Hey everyone, it's Guy Hartstein here from Hardcore Hydroponics with another hardcore video about nutrients. Now, nutrients are the most fundamental component of any hydroponic system you're going to build, and there's certain nutrients you definitely want to get, and then there are a bunch that you really don't want to get. So let's just jump right into it and talk about all the things that I put into my hydroponic systems to make the magic happen. So, for all of my hydroponic systems, I like to use solid nutrients. I don't use liquid nutrients. And by liquid nutrients, I'm talking about the Flora series, I'm talking about Hydro Flakes, I'm talking about all of these nutrients that come in concentrated liquids. Now, I'm not saying that these are bad or ineffective, I'm just saying that they're not your best use of money. Because the truth is, liquid nutrients are just water and solid nutrients. So I'm going to show you the solid nutrients that I buy, and Epsom salts. This is a classic for getting magnesium into your system. Epsom salt is used in a blend with two other nutrients that I'm going to discuss, but magnesium is a very important nutrient for hydroponic systems. So I always like to have a little bit of this in all of my nutrient blends. The next solid nutrient is Master Blend. Master Blend 4-18-38 tomato fertilizer is really popular because it comes with a lot of potassium in it, but it also comes with a good degree of phosphorus, right? And those are very important for maintaining a successful hydroponic system. So this is a great solid nutrient to buy. And the last one that I want to talk about is calcium nitrate. Calcium nitrate is where I get the most of my N in the NPK. This has a lot of nitrogen in it, and I add this in an equal proportion with Master Blend, and then I add a 1/2 proportion of my magnesium or my Epsom salts. So I buy these solid nutrients in bulk because they're super cheap. They're way cheaper than the liquid nutrients where you have to pay for all of these preservatives that come in them. You're even paying for the water. So I use my own RO water at home along with these solid nutrients, and I'm good to go with all my systems. Now, the next thing I'm going to discuss is not actually a nutrient, but is a supplement that comes in a bottle that I think is definitely worth buying. And note that this video is not sponsored or promoted by anyone. This is just my honest opinion. And that product is HydroGuard. HydroGuard is a great product. I'm not even entirely sure what it is, but I do know that it does contain active bacteria in this. I'm pretty sure that this is a bacteria that helps plants grow. So you might have heard of adding mycorrhizae to soil. There's two types of mycorrhizae. There's mycorrhizae A and there's mycorrhizae E, I think, which essentially makes my roots really white and also really fuzzy. You get these like root hairs that sprout out because this bacteria, or I think this may be mycorrhizae in here actually, like the kind you add in the soil, actually helps roots take in nutrients. So the bacteria in here actually forms a kind of support network around the root tips, which essentially help it uptake nutrients, the ones that I just described, from its environment. So this stuff lasts a ton. I get on Amazon, and you only need to add a little bit, and all the instructions are on the back, and it's super easy to use and makes your water really clean. So if you're someone that is pissed off with all the algae you get in your system and all the green gunk, this is what I use to ensure that my roots are super white. Now, there are a lot of other brands that have something like this. For example, Great White is a brand that sells mycorrhizae, like Great White Roots, but also Great White Shark. That's the joke, I think. And yeah, you can buy any type of mycorrhizae to use. HydroGuard is just a really cheap household name, even though hydroponics is hella obscure nowadays. But yes, that's the deal with HydroGuard. It's great. Now let's talk about something you totally don't need, but I have because I was a rookie not too long ago. And that is Clonex. Clonex, this stuff is the most luxury hydroponic nutrient on the whole market, I think, at least for seedlings, for clones and seedlings. That's what this is advertised for. And it looks really nice how it's packaged and everything. The nutrient concentrations in this are at such a small percentage that this is just a glorified water bottle, okay? As you can see, we have 0.002% copper, 0.0005% cobalt, 0.0016 boron. Now, where it comes to the NPK and all that, we have phosphates at 0.6%, nitrogen at 1%. So this is really gimmicky, okay? Now, if you have like a money that's just burning a hole in your pocket, screaming, buy Clonex with me, buy slightly diluted nutrients with me, right? Then yeah, maybe buy Clonex. But this sells for $23, and I think I've used it a couple times. I mean, now with all my seedlings, I go ahead and use half-strength nutrient solution, which is like 10 times more powerful than this, and I just use my solid nutrients over there. So this is a definite skip in my book. But yeah, if Clonex wants to sponsor me, I'd happily take a sponsorship from Clonex. So now I just want to talk about some other little supplements that I add to all of my hydroponic systems because I cannot live without these things. And that is pH up and pH down, okay? These are great for managing your pH. This is like pure acid. I believe this is phosphoric acid, but I'm not sure at the moment. And this is pure base, okay? These are amazing because you only need to use a couple drops of them and they do the job. And they're also fairly inexpensive considering how long they last. So I use this in all of my systems, and I would highly recommend you buy this kind of thing to regulate your pH. I know people recommend lemon juice. They recommend you use hydrogen peroxide or something as a base. Those work. These work too, and I recommend you get something like this from General Hydroponics is a good brand. So that is about it. All you need is those 3 solid nutrients, pH up, pH down, and HydroGuard, and you have the full arsenal to grow whatever you want. You can adjust the concentrations of nutrients, you can adjust the HydroGuard depending on the reservoir size, and you're good to go. So do not go out there and think that you need a variety of different nutrient solutions with all of their luxurious and beautiful sounding names. I think there's one called Diamond Black, which just sounds amazing. So yeah, you don't need any of that, okay? I do a lot of grows. I have a lot of successful grows. As a high school student, I mainly grow lettuce and kale and that kind of stuff, and this has worked perfectly. So that is my 2 cents on the matter. So if you enjoyed this video, please drop a like and subscribe and smash the bell button if you want to hear when I have my next video. And also take a look at my forum, which is at www.hardcorehydroponics.com. Take care, guys.